Oh, what's going on, Mike? It's Thursday night, 9 p.m. It's the Mike and Mish show. Mission accomplished. What the fuck's up, Mike?
You know what?
What's,
As you started this thing, do you know what I forgot to do, Kyle?
what'd you do?
So last night during the show, people won't know
Oh,
this,
you
but you're
forgot to
gonna
turn
know. You're
off the
gonna know
fire?
now. Last night, if you watched the show, there was a time where my face. Now, usually, I have a couple of drinks, but listen, I was like halfway through the first drink. My face was getting so red. I have a fireplace over here, and I put that shit on like an hour before the show yesterday, and I fucking forgot to shut that thing off. And about an hour into the show, it was like 1,000 degrees down here. I was sweating. We're doing the show, and I'm like trying to concentrate. I was like about to take my fucking pants off. And I was like, I'm going to pass out. I have to text Steph. So I'm texting Steph during the show going, you need to come down and shut this fire off because I'm going to fucking die. I'm going to die live on the air because it's so damn hot in here. Man,
So
I forgot to shut it off.
Dude, why don't you take your headphones off and go shut the fucking thing off, and I'll bring on Martin Brown. Right? Isn't that the right thing to do? Jesus Christ, this guy's a fucking stew nod. Our stew nod of the week, ladies and gentlemen, is my co-host, Mike Hunold, stew nod of the week.
Oh, man.
Hey. All right. So with that said, we got 4 guests lined up tonight. We got 2 people that are going to be fighting for titles at KnuckleMania 2, February 19th in Hollywood, Florida. Martin Smash Brown, Britain Beltran. And we also have Jared Warren coming on, Captain Deadpool himself. And then we're going to round out the show with a young up-and-coming 1-0 fighter who's going to be fighting again at KnuckleMania 2, Howard H.D. Davis. Kid's a fucking monster, too. So let's go ahead. Let's bring on our first guest. What's happening, Mr. Brown?
What's happening?
What happening? Hey, man, the time has finally come. You have worked your way through 3 bare-knuckle fighters now, 2 in the BKFC, 1 named Bobby Taylor, and you have found yourself in a title fight in the co-main event. I'm like, explain.
In the main event?
We're gonna say co-main event.
He doesn't know. It's next week. I don't know.
No, you know how it is.
Yeah.
When the music
you know how
plays, you
stuff
just walk
go
out.
you know how stuff go, man. With this promotion, everything is new, and I'm pretty sure they're still working out the kinks. So, and you don't figure out if you main event or co-main to the last minute. So I just, you know what I'm saying? I don't have no expectations.
Well, we talked about this last week, and
hold on, Mike.
Nate Shook
Notice what Mike's doing right now, Martin. He is he's got this new thing where he holds a pencil, so he looks more astute when he's talking.
Yes.
Look at him.
Not so fast.
Keep going, Mike.
Yeah.
Remember that guy? What's his name from the college football ESPN? Not so fast. So
you fucking stew nod. I always wanted to say it. Still don't know what it means, but
I don't know what it means.
Catch on.
You used it perfectly. Go ahead, Mike.
So, so last week, Nate Shook, somebody brought that up in the comments. I think it was Nicholas Sherlock. And he said, what's up? No title fight in the main event? What the hell's up with that? And Nate Shook himself was in the comment and said, this is not in the right order.
Oh, well.
So
might be then, you know. I look at it like this, man. It ain't my promotion. You know, I signed a contract to fight Luis Palomino. So whether we the first fight or the final fight, you know, I'm just ready to get it in with him. But I think worrying about if we the main event or not, all that does, all that does is just add for the fighter. I don't know what it does for the fans. I don't know what it does for the promotion. But I know, it does do a lot for me when I'm promoting it. Like, oh, I'm the main event. You know, it always sounds good. Main event. You want to buy my tickets? You know, but honestly, man, it's just added stress that I don't need before the fight. So I just, if we main event, if we co-main or whatever, man, me and this dude gonna fight.
Hell yeah.
All right. Well, you're about to fight Louis Baboon Palomino, who a lot of people consider the #1 pound-for-pound bare-knuckle fighter on the planet.
What does pound for pound mean?
Was that mean no matter what weight you are, you could fight anybody in the world, and like skill for skill doesn't matter. Like
if there was no weight
we're
involved,
all on one even weight class, skill for skill. I think that's what that means. Anyways, you have fought in Bellator, you fought in Titan FC, you fought 3 times in the in bare knuckle, you've fought guys like Brock Weaver and Bobby Taylor. Would you say, and you fought Des Green, would you say that Luis Palomino is the biggest threat that you've ever stepped in there with in any form of combat sports?
Man, hell no. Hell no. Why would I feel like that? You know, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think he's skilled. You know, I mean, he definitely skilled. He did what he was supposed to do with the people he was put in front of. But I mean, I ask this question all the time. What has this man done that makes me feel like he should be a threat? You know, like the sport's still new, man. That man ain't fought nobody. You know, every single person that he fought, you can make an argument about. You know, he fought Isaac Valley Flag. Isaac was 80,000 years old. He fought who did he fight after that? Jim Eilers? Or he fought Jim Eilers. That man, look, you don't get no bragging rights when you beat up a jiu-jitsu player in a boxing match. You know, and Jim Eilers is a black belt in jiu-jitsu and he 145. And let's keep going. Elvin Brito didn't hide this at all. If you could look in the comment section, Elvin Brito would say this. Elvin Brito would be like, he said that he took the fight for some money. It was late. I mean, there was a short notice fight, and he said he was trying to make sure that he just ain't get hit. You know, he wasn't trying to bang with that man like that. And it looked like it when you see him fighting. You know, it don't look like he was in there to win the fight. He was literally just making sure he pop shotting and getting out of there. He never tried to get in there and beat him up. He tried to get in there and beat up Caleb because he wanted to win that. Like so then who else after that? He had Good John. Yep. And you see he ain't jump on Good John like he did Isaac Valley Flags. Or like he did Elvin Brito, you know, and then he got in there with who else did he get in there with?
Just now,
Dat win.
Man, y'all know that man at 35, and he came in. He stepped on the scale at 151.
Right.
So and now Dat can fight though. You know, Dat actually can box. But I still don't think that, like, you go watch Dat's boxing matches and then you go watch Dat's bare knuckle boxing match. And you'll see that didn't even show you his whole arsenal. So that seemed like he was trying to make a point. He said he was gonna come forward and bring the fight to Palomino. And the thing is, he went out there and he did it too. You know, so
he damn near won that fight, and a lot of people thought that the champ was kind of gifted the decision in that fight. It depends on who you talk to. It was very tight. It was a tight decision, and I want to say that they called it a unanimous decision, but I couldn't believe that it was a unanimous decision, honestly.
Right, and you got people who he say he was sick, and he might have been, but my point is this: he said that he was sick. And the thing is, he didn't look any different when he wasn't sick against Good John. I'm not impressed with that man. Like he knows sugar from shit, and he know goddamn well that the fight that he gonna see to next week ain't gonna be shit like anything he ever seen in his career. You know, and if you want me to be honest, man, and I'm not shitting on the man, I ain't trying to belittle the man. I mean, he definitely skilled, but everybody you seen him in there with, like anything you can give him credit for, you can take credit from him for it. You know, like his biggest claim to fame. When if you ask somebody about Luis Palomino, all they gonna talk about is 2 fights he got his ass whooping. Oh man, it was the You see what I'm saying? Like if it hadn't have been for like I don't want to be remembered by a person that, like, boy, that was a notable ass whooping. It sold records. I mean, I think that's what he posted one time. He said broke copy box records. I'm like, man, that I don't want to be remembered for that. Boy, you got your ass whooped so bad. They broke a record of motherfuckers that was watching that ass whooping. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just ain't some shit that I you know what I'm saying? I don't know about you, but I ain't proud of that. You know what I'm saying? So nah, man, and like I say, man, I ain't trying to belittle that, man, but honestly, man, like I like me better. I like me way better.
I like me way better. No,
Yeah.
man, your confidence is never all the way turned up for sure, man. You always
is it unfounded though? Is it? I mean, am I saying something that's like I hate when people be like, "Oh my God, I hope somebody knock his black ass out. He just so goddamn arrogant." I'm like, God damn, arrogant,
man, who
bro.
the hell is saying shit like that in 2022? Man, that's about to be canceled. Real quick.
Tell Joe Rogan to calm down, would you?
Yeah, man, you go looking at my. Hey, listen, man, you go on my comment. It's always somebody with a troll account. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's always
Patrolman. Patrolman.
Oh, Patrolman. Hey, remember I said
is he in the comment section? Is he in the comment section right now?
He'll be here at some point.
But I could tell you personally if he was in the comment section in his Patrolman name or if he was in the comment section in his real name, because I know who it is. 100%
cracked the
I figured it out. But I have listen, I'm not gonna fucking blast this person. I cannot put their name out because I really feel like they're gonna catch a hell of a lot of flack. And I know who it is because I figured it out.
Oh man, you gotta send it to me, man. I want to know.
Fucking
I want to know, man.
Matlock Mike up here, dude. This motherfucker had like a whole system going, like watching certain accounts and seeing who was online and who was offline and who was popping online and then popping off
vocabulary.
And then Patrolman would pop on and then they pop back off and the other one would pop back on. Mike's like, got him.
I got it. I did it for hours and hours. I kept it on. I screen recorded. I fast forwarded. I recorded every single time. And then I looked up every single thing that they said and everything that this other person said who I thought it was. And it absolutely is the same person. They use the same lingo. They use the same stuff.
Joe, I tag him.
I'm telling you. And they like the same people who fight too. I know.
Everybody
get him in here.
I gotta somebody hit me up. Was it today or yesterday? It was like, it's you or it's somebody in your gym. I used to believe it was somebody in the gym, but now no, I don't like everybody stop asking each other, are they Patrolman? So I don't know who it is.
About that.
It's always a conversation.
Somebody gonna hit me up. Watch after this interview. It's probably gonna be like 4 people in my inbox. They're
gonna be like, Martin, we noticed that Patrolman wasn't in the comments while you were on the screen.
Yeah,
that's true. That's true.
I mean, I don't be having that kind of time like that, but I do. I'm gonna be honest. This gonna sound crazy, but I'm low key a fan of the dude, though, man. I think he kind of savage, bro. You know.
Yep.
I mean, some of the shit that he say it be so offensive that I'd be like, man, I probably would have shot him if I knew. I mean, I'm like, I can't let you do me like that, man.
Oh shit! What up?
Look at
there you go.
Somebody
the devil is in the building.
Oh man! Now I'm glad because now the motherfuckers can't say it's me. You know what I'm saying?
Martin could fucking never.
Right.
Oh my god! Do you know that chick? You know that chick from Instagram? A pussy asshole could never. You know what I'm talking about?
No, but it sounds like something trendy.
Oh man.
Jesus Christ.
What the hell's her name?
It's going off the rails again.
I'll figure it out. Kyle Mish.
But yeah, but be honest. He said using his name in vain again. But be honest though, when I do make these bold assumptions, are they ever unfounded? Like I usually have
not yet.
I mean I try to make sure that if I do say something, it's like, all right, bro, this is why I feel this way because of XYZ. I don't doubt that the man can fight. You know what I'm saying? I don't doubt that the man is dangerous. But I mean, shit, he a champion. I expect him to be dangerous. I expect nothing less than that.
Yeah.
So,
Your last fight, Bobby Taylor. Did we talk to you after that, or we talked to you before that fight? Right?
Mhm.
I don't know if we ever talked to you after it.
It was before.
How did you feel about your performance? You basically dominated the whole fight, but you feel like you could have done something better, like compared to the Bobby Taylor fight. Going into this one, did you take a look at that fight and say, nah, fuck that fight, erase that from my mind, I'm a new me and I'm gonna go in there and fuck up Palomino? Or did you love what you did in there?
I mean, I could fight. So, you know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
Bobby.
Like I knew that I was gonna be able to capitalize on him, but man, you know what I'm saying? I ain't never had a little brother pass before, man. I mean, we were a year apart. So going into that fight, I was like, I'm gonna dedicate this for my brother. But man, that shit, it does carry a burden on you when you go in because it's like, I can't lose. And then as I'm in, and then like when I remember walking into the ring and just between me, well, I can't say between me and you, but uh I don't know, man. I didn't want to be in there. I really wasn't feeling it. And then it wasn't until like uh when he hit me, and then I'm thinking like, oh, you motherfucker, you. And uh I like I saw an opening and I was like, let me go ahead and take it, and boom, and I hit him and he went down. But then even when I went out in the second round, man, I could feel myself just trying to get it over with. Like, let me just get through him and get to Palomino, get to where I'm supposed to be. And so I just start sitting on all my punches. The very thing that Jahad always tell me not to do. I go in and I'm trying to hit him big. And then it wasn't until we got in the third round, when we came in the third round, Jahad, going into the third round, he said, hey man, you gotta settle down. You gunning for shit that ain't there. You trying to hit him big. He already been knocked out. I mean, he already been knocked down. You can go home. This fight can be way easier. So I settled down, started picking my shots, and dropped him 2 more times. And I
He was
think
leaking.
from
He was leaking pretty hard, pretty bad at the end of there.
yeah, but he made his mind up that he was gonna down his shield.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You
He's
know,
tough man, tough guy.
yeah, I like Bobby, man.
Yeah, me too.
So man, I just figured, I said, man, I just pop shot him. He can't find me. He can't find me, and he can't land and I can't miss. So and what I'm saying, it seems pretty easy. So I just coasted on into a victory. But even when it was over, man, I remember walking out, man, and I never, I didn't even count the rounds. I never even counted when it was over. I forgot how many times I had dropped him. And I had literally the worst interview afterwards. I remember he was talking to me and I was like, said the dumbest shit ever. I was like, I just went blank and started fighting, like it was just a lot of pressure on me, man. I just wanted to get out of there. I wanted to be done with it. And but I got to go back home to Mississippi. And when I went back to Mississippi, man, it was like, you know what I'm saying? You get all that energy off of you. I saw my mama, saw my dad, talked to all my folks about it, told them how I was feeling, and I was like, I'm straight now. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? That ain't that kind of energy ain't what my brother would have wanted. So shit, man, now man, it's just refocused now. Ready to
Ultra focused.
get out here.
See,
Yeah.
the reason why I asked that question is because of that. You didn't seem quite like yourself in the fight, after the fight, in walking into the fight.
Yeah.
Something seemed a little off, and then you went in there and got the win anyway. And I was like, oh man, you just fucking fought different tonight.
Yeah. I know my way around the ring now. You know, and you know, if it was something that I thought was detrimental to me winning the fight, I probably would have switched up. Anyway, I was present. I was present in the fight. I wasn't really feeling it. I wasn't really feeling that fight. This fight though, this fight, because it's a big deal. It's a big deal for me. It's a big, like when I went to Mississippi, it's a really big deal to them. Even out here, in Tampa, I got a lot more support than I had before. I mean, my team, a lot of people have been coming in. I usually have to go out to get work. A lot of people have been coming in to give me work and help me, um, get me ready for this fight. And it's just been a lot of positive energy. I mean, the training sucks balls, man, but
Do
the
you
Jahar
have
is a demon.
do you have all these guys like in the gym the same time you're training for this fight? Are like Jared Warren and Terry Janowski and Dave Mondell and are they all in there? Are they all in there with you, sparring with you, helping you, or yeah? You
Oh,
guys got a fucking stout ass team over there. That's for sure. Like
yeah.
you got a stout gym for sure.
Yeah, man. There's more people than that though. It's like a lot of people that's
Those are just
up and coming too.
right. But I'm saying, but that's like the well-known names that are in there,
Yep.
established fighters. Hey, I wanted to ask you something. So Chad Mendez was on the BKFC podcast today, right? And he started talking about how he's coming from MMA and we use 4-ounce gloves and bare knuckle compared to 4-ounce gloves isn't all that different. And I've been hit with a bare fist before. And the guys on the show went quick to the old defense. Oh, you have no idea what it's like until you get hit with a bare knuckle. MMA fighters never know what they're getting themselves into until they get. I argue that by saying you, Palomino, Joey Beltran, Lieben, Jim Ehlers, Brito, every fucking goddamn every fucking successful bare knuckle fighter in the goddamn organization came from MMA.
Yep.
So what is with that argument?
It's true.
What is your opinion on that point of view? The MMA
Lots
fighters
of
don't
them.
know what they're getting themselves into. Dude, Julian Lane, fucking Johnny Bedford, Joe
Leonard
Elmore. Joe
Garcia.
Elmore has over 40 MMA fights. Where does this you don't know what you're getting yourself into until you get hit with a bare knuckle fucking point of view come from? Tell me, Smash.
Alan Belcher.
I think here's something to think about. You know, I think there's a lot of boxers that could walk in there and wreak some havoc that people keep sleeping on, because I think you got guys who look for the perfect punch and they look to line you up. And then when you start grabbing the back of the head, they are a little bit taken off guard, like they didn't really prepare for it, and their coaches haven't been able to help them prepare for it either. But I think the people that we've seen in there, I mean, do you think grabbing Sean Porter by the back of the head gonna stop him from clubbing you? I mean,
No.
I think Porter gonna beat you up anyway. It's boxers that are physical. It's boxers that have more of a cuter style, and it's boxers that can fight. So I don't think there is a. I don't know. I just don't think it's. I think. How do I don't know. I'm trying to think of how to word it. I think when it comes to like MMA guys versus boxer guys is what it is you bring to the table and where does the fight go to is the question. Like we don't have really many examples of boxers, high level boxers that's gonna do this, because MMA guys get paid more in bare knuckle than they would in MMA, but high level boxers don't. So
Right.
you account, and I'm not knocking any of the boxers that do come, but you are getting talent that isn't the best that you're gonna see in boxing. So
The only examples of like boxers that have looked good and succeeded. You got Dat, you got John Lee Chalbeck and Kid Gotti. But
Right.
other
And
than
you,
them, I can't really think of any.
Right. It's not that
Malignaggi
there's
came in
no
there and got beat up.
boxers,
right.
and then it's all MMA guys. A vast majority are from MMA. So I feel like it's just like it is a thing it's easy to go to for people to say like, they're MMA. And traditionally MMA fighters who go to actual boxing, glove boxing, they don't do as well. But so now I feel like that's kind of just moved over where it's easy for people to say like MMA fighters aren't
argument.
good.
Right. I mean, you ain't gonna see no boxers go to MMA. If you got a low level boxer go to MMA, he gonna get beat up too. And if you got a high level boxer, he just not gonna go to MMA because get paid. I mean, these guys make
They get paid
30, 40, yeah, 30, 40 million dollars. I'm not going to, I mean, I was seeing some of them guys check was $500,000. So I think they have to take all of those things into consideration when
I just
they
think it's
start
funny
talking.
that gets brought up all the time. I just think it's fucking so funny that it gets brought up by a lot of people all the time, and I'm like,
a lot of the champions
Jason
are
Knight,
former.
fucking who? I could just keep going on. Leonard Garcia.
Yeah, you gonna always, because the only two sports you can pull from is boxing or MMA.
That's why I don't even know why it's a thing. I don't even know why it's a thing that they say. They're like, oh,
you gonna make more in bare knuckle than you would in MMA. So you're gonna have more mixed martial artists in there than you have boxers. So it's gonna be it's always gonna be most likely gonna be a mixed martial artist in there. It's not gonna be and then the requirement, they still require you to have some kind of experience. So I mean, you got to go somewhere. You got to do MMA or you got to do boxing. I mean, I think Will Chope is the only kickboxer, right?
Yeah, and another boxer that I just thought of was Tyler Goodjohn, who did well in BKB, 1-1 in the BKFC. He did all right too. Hey, we got to talk a little bit about the fact that you're the betting favorite, man. How do you
think so?
You are.
I don't be keeping up with that shit.
You
man.
are. As of today, you are now the betting favorite. As of this morning, Vegas odds, you are the betting favorite.
Yeah, I thought Vegas was gonna be like, "Hey, fam, I'm finna sit this one out because I think this boy gonna make a lot of motherfuckers lose some money." That's some shit, man. Don't nobody, like I guess people see it for what it is.
It's awesome, man.
You want to know what it is right now or no?
What is it, Mike?
It is Martin Brown -125, Louis Palomino -105.
Oh, so it's basically
it's very close. It's like a toss-up, but it's
basically a pick'em, dude.
Yeah.
Well,
you are as confident as always, as you always are. You seem like in good spirits this time coming around. I'm pretty sure that you're probably hitting on all cylinders over there at your gym. We got 5 questions for you, homie, and then we're gonna let you go.
Shoot for it.
Here we go. Speed round with the man himself.
Oh, the damn speed round.
Yeah. Number 1. Who is your favorite comedy actor of all time?
Come on, man. You know Dave Chappelle gotta be my guy.
Dave Chappelle. There you go. Number 2.
If you were competing in the Winter Olympics, what sport would you be competing in?
What's going on right now? What are you doing?
Figure skating?
Fuck no. I don't know, man. I hadn't even been watching that shit.
Curling?
I saw some of these dudes was shooting. You seen that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Were you cross country ski and you pull their shotgun out?
Fuck yeah, I do that. I don't know what that is, but I'll definitely do that.
I don't know what
crazy shit, man. I'll tell you what. You ever been out of breath trying to fucking shoot a rifle? It's not easy.
Yeah.
What is that fucking sport called?
Yeah, he said a shotgun. I don't think I need to be that skilled shooting a cluster of buckshot at something.
Number 3, you're a funny guy, Martin. What is the funniest joke you know by heart? Let's go. Give it to me. Come on.
He's laughing. He's thinking about the one you can say.
Oh man, yeah, man.
There's literally there's no censorship on this show. You can tell any joke you want.
Yeah.
For real. This one ain't that funny, but it is. I heard this when I was a kid. No, man, move to the next question.
No joke. All right.
Fine. So I don't know. When you try to be funny, it ain't funny.
Nah, just tell us a cheesy joke.
The dude. I saw on Comic View one time. Dude had said, dude had an obsession with like porn, something like that, and his old lady, how did it happen? He said his old lady came in the room and he was like, "Oh man, your titties is real small," some shit like that. So she went out to this Chinese market and got a magic mirror, and she put the mirror on the wall, and it say, "Mirror, mirror on the wall, give me the biggest titties of all." The dude, when she walked out of the bathroom, the dude saw them titties and he said, "Oh my God," he tackled her and go squeezing them titties. "Oh my God, where you get them titties from?" And she said, "The magic mirror." He said, he grabbed his balls, said, "I got something for you." He go in there and he get in front of that mirror. He said, "Mirror, mirror on the door, make my dick touch the floor." And his legs fell off.
Nice.
Yes,
Nice.
dude.
All right.
I was like 18 when I heard that one, man, but that was stuck with me forever.
That's
Nice.
fantastic.
See the
That was good.
punchline here. That was good.
All right. Go ahead, Mike.
Who's the greatest pro wrestler turned actor?
The Rock.
Yeah, that's the easy answer. I was going to say you got to think about Batista in the Guardians of the Galaxy too, but it's The Rock. And the last question for you, sir, this weekend: Israel Adesanya versus Robert Whittaker 2. Who wins it and how?
Man, is he just that kind of athlete, man? You know, I don't think anybody in that weight class gonna stop him.
You don't think that Jan Blachowicz broke the code
Nah.
by wrestling his ass to the floor
he
and exposing him?
He was bigger than him. He was way bigger, and the shots that he was taking, people in that weight class wouldn't have took those shots.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, Robert Whittaker didn't take those shots last time.
No, he did not. He didn't take them well, that's for sure.
No,
all right, man. Well, hey, go ahead. Give us a prediction of how the fight's going to go. We can't wait to see you down there. We'll see you in person while we're down there. But go ahead, give us a prediction and get out of here.
I don't know. Everybody keeps saying get a prediction. I don't know, man. The man he know his way around the ring, and he is one of them. I think I'm gonna knock him out, to be honest. I think I'm gonna knock him the fuck out. I think I'm gonna hurt his little ass. But he'll come forward on, if he come out there and try to fight like he said he was gonna do, then we are gonna have an early night. I'm end up knocking him the fuck out in front of all of his fans. And they're gonna be madder than a bitch because my black ass walking out of there with the belt. and then I'm taking it back to Tampa. But
are you gonna have an after party in that loud ass club that we were in last time?
Oh my God, that fucking
hell no. I'm gonna leave that place on the first day ain't smoking. They're gonna be madder than a bitch because I'm gonna get the microphone, start talking shit. Fuck all y'all doubted me. Fuck all of y'all in there and try to run up out of there with security and shit. But I think when he realized he in there with somebody who dangerous, which he definitely gonna be in there with somebody who dangerous, and he can't make a mistake. He has shown people that he can be elusive, so I think he gonna get on the good foot, you know, and try to play it safe or start running and shit like he did against Good John. So I don't really know what approach he gonna take, but I am interested to see myself. You know, how is he gonna go out? You know, I don't know, man. It's been those when he had a reason to give that fight that he did against Gaethje, but I don't believe he gonna do that with me.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Look for a knockout. Look for Martin to grab the belt and get the fuck up out of there. We will see you down there.
And look for some shit talk. Look for me to be talking a whole bunch of shit. I beat your ass type of shit.
Hey, if you're co-main and you win the belt, right, and you get the belt on your shoulder, and Chris Lytle puts the microphone in front of your face, maybe you should say, "I'll beat both these bums you put in the fucking main event tonight."
Man, I don't look. Who's the main event? Mike Perry?
Mike Perry and Julian Lane.
No, Mike Perry crazy, man. I say something about him. He might want to fight me in the crowd, and I'm cool with.
All right, man.
Look, I'm cool.
He's
He
doing none of
did.
that shit.
Like, yeah, I ain't fighting if we ain't getting paid for it. You know what I'm saying? Like I get in there, I beat your ass, Mike Perry. I gotta look and see who in the red corner. I start talking that shit, and he back there with me. You knew I was just playing, right? We ain't in the same weight class.
All right, man. Well, we appreciate you coming on as always. Best of luck to you next week. We'll see you when we get down there, media day and weigh-ins and all that shit. It's always fun talking with you, man.
All right, man. Y'all be easy.
All right, right.
Take
Even
it
this
easy.
not above me, all right? I'll take it easy. Take it easy, brother.
All right, bye.
Later.
All right, man. That's Martin Brown. Never fails. This guy is super entertaining. I knew in his last fight.
Good
something was
man.
off.
Good man.
I knew something was off with him last fight, man. The way he walked out, the way he fought, and the way he did his post-fight interview. Something was off with him. He got the win, though, and he got himself a title shot. And now here he is, KnuckleMania 2 against Baboon. Here we go. We got our second guest in the green room right now. He was victorious against Scott O'Shaughnessy, O'Shag Hennessy. Was that last week or the week before? 2 weeks ago?
2 weeks ago. I
2
believe.
weeks ago in Jackson,
I lose track.
Mississippi. Captain Deadpool himself returning to the show. Mr. Jared
I like to call him Captain Concussion.
Captain Concussion.
Yeah.
How you doing, sir?
Take it. I'm doing good, man. How you guys doing?
Doing
We're
good.
just, we're talking to one of your teammates over there. He's
Yep.
always got a lot to say, that guy.
Yeah, that guy, he could have his own show. He would
Oh, yeah.
never, it didn't matter if there was guest on there or not. He could talk the entire time and it would still be entertaining.
Oh, man. So, yeah, the thing is, me and Mike have run into him at a few events where we ended up just like hanging out with him, ringside and just shooting the shit with him half the night, and then end up going to like an after party with him afterwards. Dude, he's like the funnest, like you just said, he's like the funnest guy ever, who's like the most personable motherfucker I've ever talked to in my life. I only knew him for like 20 minutes, and I felt like I'd known him for my whole life.
Yeah.
But man,
Yeah,
so
he's like the hardest guy to spar with, not because of like his skill, just because we'll be like talking shit back and forth, and he's so funny, you're like laughing while you're in the middle of sparring. But nah, he's a good dude, man. Looking forward to his fight.
hell
That's
yeah,
like a
you can
secret move. You use that shit in the ring.
Yeah.
throw you off your game.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, man. So here you are on a 2-fight win streak now. You landed that left hand right down the pipe on freaking Zion 2 fights ago, rattled his brain around a little bit. We actually were telling somebody about this fight, that knockout today, and Mike brought the knockout up, brought that up. And the way he fell, it was just so weird. It was like you hit him hard, yes, but you also probably could have hit him harder. Just something, his brain rattled around in his fucking head or something, because like the way he fell and he just like laid back.
Yeah. There was some controversy about that. I don't know, like for sure. Like we were actually rewatching some fights recently, me and my coaches and Martin and them, and one of them saying like, no, he was actually out for a few seconds, and then the other coach is like, no, he made a conscious decision not to get up, and he's like, well, no, there's the nerve damage, and I don't know, but I thought he was conscious throughout. There was a couple times that when the doctor was talking to him, he looked like he was a little bit limp, but I really don't think he was out. I think he was just like knew he had some kind of legit damage done. He had some fractures and stuff. And at that point, I mean, it sucks, but can you picture like getting hit in that spot again after it's already fractured? Like that could be permanent.
It's decision making time at that point. Yeah.
I felt like I didn't think he went out, but the same thing happened when you just fought Scott. When you hit him, he almost had like a delayed reaction to the hit, as though he felt the pain of it. It discombobulated him, but he like kind of stopped and then was like, "Oh, what the fuck?" And then had to like take a knee, And I feel like that kind of happened like a little bit different with Tomlinson, because you could hear the crack. I mean, that shit was loud as hell. We watched it like 5 times in a row earlier.
Sounded like you hit him with a baseball bat.
It was loud. But he fell, and then it seemed like he was like, oh, and then he was like, oh, no, forget this shit. Nope, like it was it's weird. You hit
Yeah,
people
but
and they're fucking
Scott,
maybe
yeah.
their brain's just still vibrating and they're just waiting for that shit to slow down, man. I tell you what, I don't want to get hit by that shit.
with
Oh my God.
with O'Shaughnessy, I think my guess is because I hit him in the, that you could tell from watching the replays, it was kind of that, like the second knockdown that hit him in the forehead. I think that's kind of why it was delayed. You know what I mean? Like if people get hit right on the chin, they're more likely to go down, instantly.
Mm-hmm.
But my guess is I think it did, since it hit him in the forehead, probably concussed him a bit, and then it just of course everybody's got adrenaline going. I think it just kicked in a few seconds late, and he kind of had the, oh shit, I need to take a knee moment, which he I could tell he tried to push through it, but
Oh yeah.
it's kind of similar to the thing with Zion, like if something's a little fucked up, it's gonna be a lot worse if you get hit again,
Yeah. I guess you got to quickly think like, am I going to fight through this? I don't think so.
Yeah.
Well, I was thinking, I was going to ask you, do you feel like your last fight against O'Shaughnessy is the best you've ever felt in a ring?
Yeah.
You look phenomenal
sure.
in there, for sure.
Thank you. It's, and I give credit to, training with the guys that I've been training with over at Shift. Because, me and Martin's head coach is Jihad Wingfield, real good dude. And I had only been with him for a few months before the Zion fight. So they had started to teach me some new stuff and improve everything. But between that fight and this one, I got a lot more time with him. And dude, just constantly, like, training is fun again, because I literally, like, I thought I knew something about fighting back in the day, but I learn new shit every time I go in there. And it's either something brand new or they're adjusting something they already taught me to make it better. And as a result of that, my confidence just skyrocketed, man. Like I felt more calm in that last fight than I ever had. Like I didn't have any. I usually don't have a lot of jitters, but I didn't have any. I felt like relaxed, just ready to go to work. I didn't lose my cool. I didn't lose my temper at any point. Everything just felt smooth.
And what's cool about your gym right now, and Martin is a 155er, but he's a big guy that goes down to 155. So like, and we were just talking to Martin about Shift MMA and the really impressive roster you guys got over there. You guys are a lot of you guys are all around the same size, like you and Terry Janoski and Mundell and and even when Martin's not cutting weight to go down, I'm sure he walks around probably 185, I would think, right?
I think that's about right. Yeah, I think he's just, I typically walk around 195. Like maybe 200 on my biggest day.
Oh, so you don't cut much for 185
no,
at all?
I don't. I might have said this last time I was on with you guys, but I've kind of had that mentality of like, I'd rather be the healthier, faster guy as opposed to the one who's maybe a little bit bigger. I don't know, because I feel like for when it comes to this sport in particular, like if you can hit hard, you can hit hard. It really doesn't matter if you're 135 pounds or, heavyweight. If you can hit hard, you can knock out a guy bigger than you. So I just like eating whatever I want throughout my entire training camp. I never cut a calorie. And I wake up the morning of weigh-ins and I probably sweat out, 8 pounds. And
that's
awesome. Call it good. Yeah, it makes it more fun. And yeah, I don't, I always feel healthy and I don't feel weak going in there from cutting too much weight or anything. So,
we did an interview, I think it was a week ago. Helen Peralta was on right before they announced the new Ultimate Fighter season roster. She was in Vegas and we did an interview with her. She was actually there for the Ultimate Fighter cast, which we didn't know. She was being all secretive about it. But there was about a 5-minute segment of last week's show where she broke down the benefits of not cutting weight and staying around more closer to your natural weight, the health benefits versus the detriment to your body and the spinal fluid and this and that. And like she basically taught a masterclass on that shit last week. We were like, man, that was fucking amazing.
And like if it got to the point where that became the regular thing, then it's like if nobody really cut weight, then we'd be back to even and everybody would be healthier. You know what I mean?
Right.
So right now, like you do kind of, might give up a little bit of size. So it's kind of risk versus reward thing, but shit, if everybody was doing it, that'd be nice. if I could just be freaking full of energy and freaking go fight each other and probably get better fights out of it.
Now, I would imagine, you're going to make the trip to a KnuckleMania 2 next week?
Yeah.
Be there for Martin's fight?
Yeah, absolutely, man. I'm going to go out and support.
Right. So I was going to ask you, man, do you feel like you may have set the tone for Shift MMA for 2022? I mean, if he goes out there and wins a title, fucking what's next for you guys? Maybe fucking, is Delaney Bailey still kicking around in there? Maybe they add a 115 belt.
Yeah, she dabbles when I think whenever she gets, something lined up is when she starts coming in more regularly and stuff. But me and Martin, we're in there every night. Janowski, he's usually comes in during the daytime more often, but sometimes he's in there with us. And Dave Mandel's in there. Everybody's got their full-time jobs, but he comes in as much as he can. But yeah, man, I hope I set the tone for it. But as far as for Martin's fight, there's no doubt in my mind he's going to take that belt. Guy's just fucking awesome. You know what I mean? Like, everybody gets to see little snippets of him when he has his, real deal moments in the ring. But I train with him all the time. He's a good fucking fighter.
Now, let's ask you about the state of the 185-pound division. You got Zion Tomlinson, who you fought, fighting Jomi Escoboza, who's coming in from BYB with a 6-0 record, coming off of a title over there, relinquishing the BYB title, coming over BKFC. You already fought Zion, but if Jomi comes out the victor in that, is Jomi Escoboza somebody you'd be interested in maybe fighting, or are you looking at a title shot, or are you basically whoever they throw in front of you at this point?
Yeah, I mean, it's always been whoever they throw. Like I said, Zion and Scott, were both previously undefeated guys. So we're in talks right now. I got basically one more guy that's similar, doesn't have any losses right now. And then if I beat him, then it's time for a title shot.
Oh, so you're the guy who fights undefeated people now? That's what it is.
It's kind of my thing. It's flattering. You know what I mean? Like,
that's awesome. Well, if Jomi does come out on the winning side here, that he will also be undefeated. So whoever it is you're talking about that you fight next, you get through him, and then you have one more undefeated before a title shot. You're just gonna keep getting stuck with more undefeated people.
Yeah, you know what? As long as I stay active, I'm happy to be a part of it. But yeah, I mean, there was a lot of talks and posts and stuff leading up to my last fight, and it was kind of like a almost like a unofficial #1 contender spot, for our weight class. And so now having a good clean win over him, I feel like I'm right at that peak,
And you didn't take any real damage in the Scott fight, right? Like you didn't hurt your hand. Your hands are fine, all that stuff.
No, I didn't take any injury at all. I what the matchmaker was talking about, as long as you're good, possibility of fighting, early April. I'm like, I'm in. I mean, I was like, I have zero injury. So
early April. Okay. So you're not allowed to tell us because they don't let you guys tell us anything ever. But
yeah, I don't think so.
Is that going to be in Wichita, Kansas? Is that in April?
It may be in a really lame city like that, but can't confirm or deny.
It might be in some lame ass city like that. Zion Tomlinson has assured us that he is not losing to Jomi. He says right there, I predict me and Warren late in the year for the title. My God, this guy is awesome. I love Zion's attitude, man. That motherfucker is great.
Yeah. No, I wish the best. I mean, I haven't watched any of his opponents' fights. But still, like, I know he's coming from the other organization and stuff, which not a crack at him, but I kind of think of the other organizations as kind of the B squad in a sense, and that's probably why he wanted to come over here. Would be a guess if he wanted a higher level of competition.
I said it to him last night, and myself included. And it's no knock on BYB. I think BYB has a great product over there, but I also really look at them as Bellator and BKFC as UFC. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's exactly how I think of it myself. Again, it's not a knock on those guys, but it's kind of like, on this side of the world, BKFC is kind of the originator. They got everything, legal and making it up and working and stuff, and then other organizations start popping up here and there otherwise, and that's kind of how it was the UFC. They started it, and then you see other smaller productions all over the world.
Right.
But
they started growing faster. They have more of a following, and because of that, they've been able to pull in bigger name fighters from outside, like UFC fighters that they pulled in, or bigger name boxers and stuff like that. And then they've also have better like homegrown talent, I would say, at this point. It's not a knock, and like you guys said, it's not a knock on BYB. As they go along, they're doing the same thing, and Jomi is a perfect example of that.
Yeah. So I don't know what kind of level of competition he's faced over there, but I would easily venture to say he's going to find better competition over here. So yeah, I hope Zion does do well. That's fine with him. Fine with me if we end up rematching whenever.
I wonder what's going on with the kid that O'Shaughnessy fought before he fought you. That kid David Simpson. He put on a good fight against O'Shaughnessy, but I haven't seen anything about him fighting again anytime soon. It's like 185. You guys have a whole crop full of fucking killers over there. And if Dakota Cochran decides to go back to 185, like his last fight was at 175, I believe,
against Mike
Richmond. Yeah. I mean,
Joe Riggs.
Get him in the mix. Joe Riggs. I mean, obviously Lorenzo Hunt. Like, how do you see it?
Yeah.
Jared, how would you see you and a Lorenzo Hunt fight going? That's something that's got to interest you, right?
Well, he did a little like post-fight interview with me up in Mississippi a couple of weeks ago, and he's like, "What's next for you?" I was like, "Man, hopefully fighting you." You know what I mean? I was like, "You got the belt." I was like, "We need to get after it soon." And he didn't lose his cool or anything. He's just like, "All right, let's pose and give him a little look at it."
Give him a preview.
But I'm still at that point. I don't know. Maybe you guys can help me with this. I can't wrap my head around the whole. He's the 185 champ, but he's never weighed in at 185 pounds. And I mean, and I don't think he physically could. That's not a knock on him. Like he's
make
a
185
dude. I mean, we've fought on the same card before, and one of the time he was like, he died to like make 195. So I don't know how it works. And like,
Zion
and he
says
also
nobody can wrap their head. Nobody can.
No,
He says,
I don't get it, man. But
this became the eighth wonder of the world.
he also like was doing a little bit of commentating with Chris Lytle and them at my fight, and whenever Quentin Henry and Chris Sarr were fighting, he was saying something along the lines of, he's like, "Yeah, man," he's like, "This is my division here, the 205ers." He's like, "You can't make any mistakes when you're in my weight class, blah, blah, blah." So I'm like, are you defending 205 and winning? Like, I don't know, man.
So when he came on the show right after he won that title, we straight up asked him, and you like anybody can go back in there, and we said, "Lorenzo, how is it that you're holding the 185-pound title and you guys weighed in 195? You weighed 195 pounds. Can you explain to us what's going on there?" And he goes, "To be honest with you, man," and you guys can all go back and watch this. Remember, he looked right in the camera and he goes, "I thought I was fighting for the 205 belt. I didn't know." And he goes, "It wasn't until they announced that I won the 185-pound belt that I knew I won the 185-pound belt." I'm like, "What?"
Yeah, and that's the thing. I definitely don't even knock him for it, because I don't think it was in his hands at all. But I believe one of the guys from Police Gazette had commented on it back like shortly after the fight.
He is right now. So
good.
we understand the weight range for the Police Gazette cruiserweight title. We get that. Right. But to carry around the 185-pound BKFC belt,
which is 176 to 185,
right. And he weighed 195 when they fought, and now he's holding the 185-pound belt. That's the one that nobody can wrap their fucking head around.
Right.
If you have an answer for that, we would love for you to drop that in the comment section, sir.
Yeah, and even with what Howie just said, with it, he said it's 186 to 205. Then why would anybody ever weigh in at 185 or even 195? Why would you not weigh in at 205 if that's the max?
Yeah.
You know, everybody does the max. So
Right.
I don't know. Maybe you can help more, but I just still I don't get it, man.
It's
Bottom line is, if they give me a title fight and it is in my weight class, I'll happily fight anybody who may or may not have it.
Well, I feel like you can just take this, and then next time somebody gets asked to fight for 185, they can be relieved if they weigh 205 or 210 because they just have to go down to 194. That's it. I mean, it's perfect. It's like, oh, how far away are you? Be like, I'm just 1 pound off. I got 194. I'll be there in an hour. Wait,
Yeah.
what? Yeah, that's it. That's as far as you have to go.
Yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm 194. I'm about to take that 185 belt. Like, what?
Yeah, man.
I love how we're still talking about this like months after, because I feel like everyone truly just is like
does not know.
Yeah. I mean, if one of the top dogs from BKFC were willing and able, and they could just like, I don't care if it was a 2-minute snippet, just be like, this is how it works, blah blah blah, XYZ, and just clear it up for everybody. That'd be awesome. But I just
listen.
I kind of feel like
Maybe they can put together a
yet.
nice PowerPoint, and we can do a Zoom class. And we can do a Zoom
like
class.
Some sock puppets, you know what I mean? Like, this guy does this, and this, you know.
Here comes Lorenzo at 194 pounds. He's like, we're fucking
oh, thanks, Steph. You bought me a master class on weight classes for the BKFC. Thank you.
Oh man, that's fucking great. Yeah, man. Well, we can't wait to see you back in the ring. I mean, your whole team, like we said earlier, the whole team is stacked with fucking killers. And Martin just told us that you guys got a whole bunch of younger guys that are on their way up too. So are you guys focusing more on bare knuckle at Shift MMA round, or is it still an all around MMA gym that just happens to have a bunch of bare knuckle fighters?
Yeah, that's kind of accurate. Like, they do teach MMA. I mean, like, they have like their jiu-jitsu sections, they have their just, straight MMA sections. But I would say kind of like right now, like whenever me and Trey are in fight camp, it kind of gets more focused on just the boxing aspect of it. And all the amateur guys we have in there that are, up and coming in amateur MMA right now, they kind of get that. So they come in, if we're kind of just doing striking right then, for however many weeks, like they'll just come in and just constantly work on their striking. So, I mean, to me, there's definitely a lot more boxing in that gym than anything else. But yeah, they do it all.
It's fucking outstanding, man. We can't wait to see you back in there. We're going to do 5 quick speed round questions for you because we got 2 more guests lined up for the evening. Here we go. Speed round with Captain Deadpool. Are you still fighting fires?
I am. Yeah.
Yeah. Are you more badass than Stipe Miocic when it comes to being a fireman, or is
I'll just say yeah. You know what I mean? I'll just throw it on a limb and say yeah, and then hopefully he never finds out.
All right, number 1. Would you this sparked a huge debate at work today. Would you rather have Thor's powers and his hammer or the Force and a lightsaber?
Easily Thor's powers and the hammer. The hammer. I mean, he can fly with that. I don't think you can really fly with the lightsaber or the Force. You can move shit, but I don't think you can really fly.
I think you can fly.
I don't really know. I think you could jump really high, right? You can like jump building to
float.
Yeah, like they do like their little somersaults and stuff that's kind of extended, but I mean, he straight off takes off to the sky.
Yeah. And you could hit that Jedi right in his fucking head with a lightning bolt.
Crack that shit wide open.
Yeah. Yeah, man, you should have seen the debate at work. You should have seen the debate at work today. One guy's like, nah, man, I'd have Jedi mind control. I would fuck you. You wouldn't even be able to use your fucking hammer because I'd take over your head. He's like, your mind control only works on weak-minded people. You think fucking Thor's weak-minded? He's a fucking god. He's like, I'll smash you with fucking. Oh my God. I'm like watching.
These are the people protecting this country.
Yeah. These are all soldiers in my shop. And I'm just like, I asked all the guys in the shop. And then, dude, 45 minutes later, they're still arguing about it. He's like, you're smoking something. I'll hit you right in the fucking hand, knock that lightsaber out with a lightning bolt in a second.
The problem is, like, it gets, like, these kind of conversations, they start out as like a, like a random ass question, but they get deep, you know what I mean? And people start coming up with like really good points that you never even had a reason to think about. And you're like, that kind of makes sense.
Oh, it's fucking great.
Yep.
Here we go. Number 2.
Do you believe in old man strength?
Absolutely. Because I've gotten stronger as I got older. You know what I mean? Like I don't think I'm old, but I'm kind of on the older end of bare knuckle fighters, I would think. I turned 38 this past November. But yeah, I'm definitely stronger now than I was in my 20s. Yeah.
Hey, Patrolman just jumped into the comments and cracked me up. He says, is Melvin Gallagher? This fucking guy, dude. Oh man, is Melvin Gallagher next? Come on, man, leave him alone. All right, number 3, Avengers versus Justice League. Who wins and why?
Come on, you guys know already. I'm a Marvel guy, so Avengers easy.
Yep, I should have known. Captain Deadpool.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah.
What's the most interesting fact you know about the human being? The human being. The
human body. It should say body, human body.
Nice. These are the people that protect your country.
Yeah.
I know that whenever you're born, your eyes are already at full size, but your ears and your nose grow throughout your entire life. That's why you see old men with like these big honkies and freaking 4-inch earlobes. That's why babies always look like they have like these massive eyes, because they're bigger proportionally to everything.
And they don't have kneecaps. Babies are not born with kneecaps. Yeah.
I don't have any kids.
And your taint is called your perineum.
That's correct.
All right, last question. Who do you think wins in the main event at KnuckleMania 2, Mike Perry versus Julian Lane?
I'm gonna go with Julian Lane, man. I think when he fights smart, he actually fights really well. I'm a proponent of saying, like, my personal opinion was that he beat Thiago Alves when they fought. I was on that same card as them. And he took it on short notice. I remember when I heard that they were matching up, I'm like, ooh, Julian Lane's probably gonna get beat up, you know what I mean? But he fucking took it to him.
Guy's a wild.
And I know Perry's a hard hitter and all that, but it's his first walk into this kind of ring, and I think experience is everything. So if Julian Lane doesn't get too emotionally involved, I think he'll take it.
Do you guys remember how wrecked Mike Perry's nose got a few times in the UFC? Oh. I wonder how his nose is going to hold up when no glove hits him square on the bridge of the nose, man. That thing.
Yeah.
We're gonna find out.
We're gonna find out next week. All right, man.
At least he has to hold on to, like, in his mind, that can't get any worse. You know what I mean? Like that break or smash or fucking smush. That was probably the worst one I've seen.
Right.
Yeah. That was really bad.
It was bad. Dude, we love having you on here. We love you guys at Shift MMA. A bunch of great personalities and great fighters down there. We got your sponsors at the bottom there. If you want to shout out a few things or say a few things or break some news to us about who you're fighting in April, feel free. Go ahead, man. Take a second.
Well, I'm just saying, where's Dorothy from? Kansas? I don't know.
Okay.
But no, man. All those guys, the sponsors at the bottom, they're good dudes. Especially Foil and my boy Billy over at Silly Ventures and Epic Services. Man, those guys actually really take care of me well, and they help us along the way, man. It's like you can't do this shit without having some sponsors in your corner. So it's good having them around. And also, I did watch your guys' podcast with Oshag Hennessy after the fight had already happened. I saw it pop up. I'm like, oh, let me see how this goes. So it's kind of interesting to watch it whenever it was pre-fight, but I watched it post-fight. But
Mhm.
I just want to say he's a good fucking dude, man. We got along great, super respectful. I like that guy, so I wish him well.
I love how you called me Oshag Hennessy. That's what I
Yeah,
thought.
it's the best.
All right, my man. Well, thank you for coming on. You're always welcome back on. And once you get yourself an opponent and a date, why don't you come back on and we'll talk about it?
You'll be first on the list, man. Thank you for having me.
All right,
All
brother.
right.
Take it easy.
Take it easy.
See you guys.
Man, I love this job. We have our third guest in the green room right now. She is fighting a rematch, a grudge match, rivals clashing, KnuckleMania 2, or in Brian Socia voice, KnuckleMania 2. Is that what he
That
sounds
was
like?
close. Yeah, you got like 35%, I think, of his voice
Fuck.
down
Well,
there.
I was close. All right. Well, we all
Better luck next time.
Here she is. Everybody's waiting to hear from her, Miss Britain Beltran. Here she is. Hello.
Oh, what's up? How are you guys doing tonight?
Doing awesome.
We're always doing good, Britain. How are you?
Good. I'm always doing great as well. So super great. I was just talking to my awesome family and super happy. We had a long, busy day, but it was well worth it. So I had my coach here from Virginia all the way in California. So we took him back to the airport. Then we came back and rested. And then we actually have someone doing an awesome like film crew thing. So we did some really fun, exciting things with that. And then I went to the gym. I got to spar a UFC fighter, and another UFC fighter was there who just got performance of the night on the UFC card just previously. So that was cool. And then I just ate dinner, which was amazing. The best dinner I've had in all the week. So I'm doing good.
Well, Big Ben in the comment section has already crowned you as the world champion. So thank you to Big Ben. You can shout him out. Matt
Thank
Kohler
you.
says
Big
this is
Ben,
the
he's real.
most anticipated fight on the card. Can't wait. Your mom's
It
in there saying, "What's up?"
Definitely anticipated. Widely anticipated.
Patrol man
Huge.
says, "Cash me outside." How about that?
That's right.
So hey, here we are. You're finally gonna get your second go round with Christine Ferea. You guys fought like 2 years ago, a year and a half ago. How long ago was that now? 2 years ago?
Yeah, it was April 2019 on BKFC 5.
Man, so fuck, 2.5 years ago. It was a while back. So the animosity between you has really started to been building up, and I got to be honest. It seems like it's more her on the internet saying things about you and saying things about you in interviews. Am I missing something? Have you been firing back?
No, actually, thank you. I really appreciate you kind of noticing that and bringing that to light. So that's really awesome because I was just kind of talking about it because apparently BKFC just put an interview on their page, which is crazy. Like that they promote, but maybe it's like kind of like a double-edged sword. It looks like they're promoting her, but really it's just showing everybody her true colors because I don't know. I think that Misfit is the one who always says champion behavior only. So if I was a champion, let's see. In my interviews, I would say I can't wait to have this opportunity to get my belt back, and I would focus on the future and the job and the task at hand, not belittling and trying to throw all these mental little stabs at me that are lies, bullshit, not true, and just whatever she wants to try to get under my skin. She's definitely pissing me off, but hey, you know what, we're gonna respond to that February 19th, and thank God it's bare knuckle, right? Like nothing else to save you. Everybody's wanting to see fireworks, so this is gonna be that barn burner, fist spit. I'm not holding back anything. There's no feel out round this time. I messed up in BKFC 5. But again, I'm not reflecting on the past. I'm just looking at the future. And my future is super bright. I feel super confident about that. And that's all I'm focusing on. I haven't been firing back to Christine's memes. I haven't been firing back to her managers. Stupid remarks. I haven't been firing back to all the gossip and the heads up on what she's trying to do. She can call everybody she wants and be in everybody's inbox spreading her her bullshit and her ideas and her plans to mentally mess with me. And you know what? I already know them, and they don't phase me. They don't bother me. We got an answer for it, and the answer's all coming out pretty darn soon.
Yeah, she said a lot of things after they did a really good article on I believe it was on BKFC.com. They did an article on you, like where people actually had to read it, right? So people read this article, and you opened up a lot about a lot of things, like how you and her were actually friendly after you fought, and then that went south and sour. Were you guys were actually friends, or were just friendly with each other? What was that?
No, I mean, I considered us friends, you know. It started off being friendly and like respect. And then when I went out to Vegas, I saw her at one of my fights where I got a draw, and she was like super nice and hyping me up, like, whoa, you're a real fighter, badass. You took this fight on 4 days' notice. You're a real G. Keep at it, homie, you know, all that, whatever. And then when I went out, I actually stayed in Vegas for 2 months. And when I was out there training in Vegas for what I thought was going to be a great opportunity, I was supposed to fight in Tijuana, but I got canceled last minute. So everything I was relying on as fighters, I was relying on that money desperately. But when it canceled last minute, it really put me at a disadvantage. But anyways, when I was out there in Vegas, she lives out there. So she actually came to the gym to watch me work out and help corner me. And I thought that was pretty cool for her to take time out to do that. So that's really kind of what opened up. And then we text, we call, and Facebook Messenger, all that stuff. So, I would take that. Like, I don't know how many people have my real phone number, but it's not a lot. And if you have my real phone number, you're like, we're like more than acquaintances, in my opinion, because I only give my phone number out to friends and like business that I need like to be attentive to, that can't be on social media. So with that being said, I remember she was like, hey, come train with me. I'll train you for the Paige fight. You're going to be, you got this. And then I was like, oh, I went to California. And then all of a sudden I started seeing like, oh, I want Paige to win. Paige is going to win. And I took it, I took it personal, whatever. But I mean, that's my prerogative to take that personal, which I think,
Sure.
I think anybody would. I think if I'm like with Joey and, I'm like awesome and we're together, and then, I'm like, yeah, Sam's gonna beat his ass, Arnold's gonna beat his ass. That's not cool. Like, you would not do that. I wouldn't do that to any of my friends. And even if I thought that, I would keep it like in my head. Like, hey, I have a relationship with this person. We talk on a regular, we've hung out. It's kind of hurts my feelings, like with Brandon Lambert, with that whole thing. Like, Brandon Lambert's never sat down and ate dinner with Christine. Have you? Like, you never broke bread and trained together. You guys are just social media friends and acquaintances. Like, for me, I've actually sat down and ate dinner with you and trained with you. Like, for me, I feel like you should be on that side, because that other girl, like, you might like her and that's cool. Like, you're free to like who you want, but training with someone is different, and I really think and believe that. Like, if people go out and train with her, yeah, by all means, now you're training partners. Now you're at a different level where it gets a little bit harder to pick sides. But right now, I'm like, that's how I felt about her with the Paige fight. She's not hanging out with Paige. She's not talking to Paige. So why the hell would you cheer Paige on? And especially when you're saying I'm going to be the next, the big thing, and keep grinding. And she's about to retire soon, and I'm going to take over when she retires. Like, I have all those positive, inspiring messages. So now to hear her like flip around and be like, Britain's a trash person. She's ratchet. Nobody wants her. Her family kicked her out. Like, just to hear things like that is like, wow, because I have messages from a year ago where you think I'm the bee's knees too. And it wasn't you dissed me because I was a bad person. I dissed you because you were a bad person. And I've had my ups and downs in life. And the biggest lesson that I learned with my downs is to be careful on the people you choose to be your friend. Be careful on the people you choose to even associate with, because you're guilty by association. And I can see, like, with Christine being like, oh, well, nothing personal. It's just business. We got to sell the fight. I got to advance my career. I'm thinking in my head, but aren't you like standing for like all the people that do that, like who get on the hype train, who buy their like who aren't self-made. But you're not self-made if you're going out there pitching things that are the best lucrative opportunities for you. Self-made is sticking to what you believe in no matter what. If you think the underdog's gonna win, say the underdog's gonna win. If you think this, say it. Why do you gotta switch it? If you want, you don't think it's personal, don't say, hey Britain, we're just gonna sell the fight. Don't tell me let's sell the fight and make it that personal, because that's not selling the fight. Selling the fight to me is, you're gonna see the best fight. I don't gotta talk shit about Christine right now. I really don't. All I gotta say is, man, you guys are gonna see the best fight February 19th. I don't need to bring up any of this personal bullshit. I'm telling you, it's all gonna come out on the ring. We're two females. We've been there. We're OGs. We have 6 fights apiece, which is like, crazy. Like, how many other bare knuckle fighters can say that? And we're fighting for the first BKFC title. Like, that's history. Like, let's focus on those points.
That's
But
what that's something I wanted to say. That was one thing that really struck me when she was saying certain things about you, about the Barbie doll and the bat and the eyelashes. I was like, where is she coming with that? Because of all people, Britain has fought 4 fucking times in 12 months. She has taken on anybody they've offered her and won. That is the ultimate grinder. She has been grinding her fucking ass off for 12 straight months. There's no batting eyelashes and bleaching blonde hair and like, I did not understand that Barbie doll fucking avenue she was going down. If she was saying that about Paige, yeah, I could see that. Or Rachel Ostovich, or like one of these other girls that do like really live off their, off of like posting Instagram pictures and fan time and shit like that. But you don't do any of that shit. So I don't know where she was coming with that. Mike, do you agree?
I do agree. I do. I did think that, we all know shit talking on the way to a fight can go any which way. But I did find that to be a little odd because of the fact of how many times that you fought. And that I feel like it was kind of like you stopped the Barbie hype train, so to say, when you fought last year in February.
You were like a Barbie hype train stopper. I mean, you kind of did that with fucking Pearl too. I mean, it was like, I don't know. I really didn't understand that angle that she was going with there. But like you said, we don't want to talk shit, but we do want to talk about what would it mean? What is it going to mean to you if you take home the first ever after all this grinding and 4 fights in 12 months and coming back from losing 2 in a row to winning 4 in a row. And now you have an opportunity to put your name in the history books and be the first ever to take home that title for BKFC. What's that going to mean to you for real?
Yeah, I mean, to me, I'm looking at it as the final piece. Like, I really am. Like, everyone's like, no, this is just the beginning. But for me, this really is the final piece that I need. Like, I really feel like everything after this is going to be pure enjoyment and passion and love for the sport and me loving being a fighter. But I need that belt to be, to get out of my own head and wondering if I'm good enough. Why don't people see this? What am I doing wrong? I've won, like you said, I won 4 in a row, and people still, it just seems like it's just not enough for anybody. And I'm just really hoping that the belt will be enough to prove that to one, my promotion that, thinks I'm shit. I hope that they see it. And to the fans that watch it, I hope they see it. And really it's like kind of hard to like not even focus on that, because that's more on like the negative and the haters. But like, so I want to turn it around, and the people that do believe in me, the people that are helping me 24/7, the people that know that I have this and I got this, I want to give it to them too. And just know that, hey, we have something that we can touch and hold together and take pictures with. And truly, like, I just want the talking to stop. Like, I'm really fed up with the talking. And I just want to, like, when people say, oh, you got, that person was robbed, you didn't really win, or, you really suck, oh, you just used a jab, but all this stupid stuff they say, I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to hold up that belt. That's what that means to me. That's exactly what that belt means to me. When anyone says anything, I'm just going to hold it up and do what my husband did. I'm gonna. He's such a role model, and inspiration. I'm just gonna be like, oh, cry about it some more because I have the belt. I'm the champ, and that's all. That means a lot, and especially for my kids. Paris messages me all the time. You got this, mommy. I know you got a big fight. I love you. You're gonna win. You're gonna do great. I just want all the people that believe in me know that I believe in me too. And how do I show everyone that I believe in myself is by getting this.
You got a lot of supporters, that's for sure. You got a lot of supporters. You got a lot of people in the comment section that are rooting for you for sure. Yeah, it would be incredible to take home that belt after all this work. Would you take these if you win and you win these belts, right? Are you going to take some time off to like, finally relax and because it seems like you haven't stopped for 2 years, and you're even most recently like you're helping Elvin Brito with his camp. You're surrounding yourself with, Joey Beltran, former champ. He's a legend himself. You're training with Elvin and Lorenzo, and it's like it doesn't seem like the grind has stopped. Do you
Yeah,
plan
it
on maybe
hasn't. I was
taking a little pause after this, or is it right back to the grindstone?
gosh, I feel like the overachiever and like, just classic Britain to me is like, no, like we're keep going, I got other names. I got other names, trust me, that are on my hit list that are on the BKFC roster. And
Ooh,
but
who are
that
they?
would be no, I'm gonna keep it, I'm gonna focus on my opponent. But after, like I said, I feel like again, that's why this fight is so important because I'm gonna keep my mouth shut until I'm champ. And when I'm champ, I really feel like these people are that, I'm holding in what I really think and they're gonna really hear it after. And then it's just all, to me, it's all downhill after I get the belt. I mean, I really truly believe that. Sorry, not sorry to the other female fighters in there, but I respect, and there's a few that I really, really love and like, but there's also a lot of them that I really despise, and I know that those will be up on my hit list soon. But you're right. This has been I love fighting, I love training, but honestly, it's more of like the emotional toll it takes on you, dealing with these press conferences, with these fights, with just the like mental burden on it. So, check this out. My resume speaks for itself. I fought 4 times in a 12-month span. So if anyone wants to question my toughness or my durability or my will to succeed, whatever, I guess I'm just gonna have to let that one go. But that's a lot for any fighter. And I think with this one, with this camp, I mean, I'm super thankful. So I'll say something nice, to Bare Knuckle for thank you for giving me a 8-week notice for this fight. I really appreciate it because whether you guys think I was on vacation riding horses on the beach in Puerto Rico, I was training. I was up training hard in Puerto Rico. Nothing else to do but that. We didn't have TV. We don't watch TV. We don't go to movie theaters. We haven't been doing any of that. And Joey's been awesome. And I almost like, have to like shout him out and apologize to him because he's had to put his goals and his dreams kind of on the back burner for me, knowing how important this fight is, so
I'm
I know
sure he
he's
doesn't
been there.
mind.
Yeah, I know. He just, he lost the belt and I know it. I know how much that hurts and I know he wants to get it back, but he's really, and he trains with me every day. So best believe that he's in killer shape. I mean, like the best shape I feel like that in our relationship that he's been in. He looks great every day and he's really improving. And with his new vegan diet, his body's responding so much better to these grueling workouts. So like he's gonna be hot on the press shortly after me. And so gosh, it's you guys gotta like give us like some respect and high five and also a grace period. Like not only have I gone through 4 fights, but Joey's gone through, he's gone through fights. So he's gone through 2 big ones. Being the main event is heavy pressure, like even though we love it and we all want to be the main event is a different type of burden. And he's had 2 main event fights, and and that's why it's like, gosh, like we're in perpetual fight camp. If it's not me, it's him. And one of his lasted like 4 damn months. So I mean, that to like just not have that focus would be really nice. But I think after me, Joey's gonna fight one more time for sure, if not 2 times. But I don't know. I think we'll just see what happens. I think that I would like to ask BKFC to give me at least, a 6-month grace period as champ and enjoy it. But I don't know if that will happen, but I would like it to be honest with you.
Also, champion paychecks are start getting dangled, right?
Yeah, I haven't made it there yet, to be honest with you. So I guess I'm whatever. That's a different topic. But I definitely have not made it there. But hopefully being champ and finishing out my fight contract will trigger that, and I can do a lot better for my family and everything for the stuff I put in. You got to talk about, like, we're breaking bones. I have cuts in my face. I've lost a tooth. I had to go pay $4,000 for my dentist bill just so I don't have the same problem, because I had the braces with Pearl and the braces cut my lip. Her punching me didn't cut me. It was my braces that cut my lip open. And so I
can't believe you were still dealing with your teeth when you fought Pearl all the way back from KnuckleMania. That's insane.
Yep, I was. And I can't believe it didn't come to light in the Jenny Savage fight, but I think that fight just ended so quick, and I was just so bomb.com at that one that we didn't get to really notice. But yeah, it was having my braces from the Page fight was a big disadvantage, in the fact that they were super sharp and rough and rigid to hold my teeth, like splint them in place. So when my lip pressed against them, it just cut it wide open. So I had to get them removed and cemented and put back in the back, which I'm really happy about. I love them. I think my teeth look great now. And don't have those yucky, ugly brackets on it. But
we couldn't even. I can't even see them. I couldn't see it. Yeah, if you didn't say
showed
anything,
my coach actually, and it was cool because he was like, "Ooh," he says, "Do you think getting implants was a good idea so close to your fight?" I was like, "They're not implants; they're my real teeth."
Shit, I'll get some new teeth.
Yeah, and then your loving husband came in there with your little mouth, whatever you were putting in.
That's right. Yeah.
And Brian Socha thought he was proposing to you.
Proposing in the ring for the second
What's
time
up, Joey?
after getting married. That shit was funny as hell.
Yeah, and that still has to happen, unfortunately. I still, again, I don't have that. That's expensive. It'll be like $6,000 to put that tooth in, and then if it gets damaged, it'll be even more money to fix it. So I have to go around with this stupid flipper all the time. I hate it. It comes out very easily. It's a pain in the ass, but hey, I'm a fighter. This is a life that I chose. I chose this life. So I can't complain about it and gripe about it too much. I wish I had the extra money to compensate for some of the things I sacrificed, but whatever. At the end of the day, I wouldn't change it.
Can I ask you, next week, did they tell you, are they going to do a media day on Thursday?
I think it's Thursday.
So the weigh-in, can we expect things to be cordial between you and her when you guys see each other at
Definitely not. No, I'm not cordial. That girl has no, absolutely not.
How come we all knew the answer to that question?
All right, Mike will have the camera on at all times.
And and I hate it because she's the one who's like, Britain is the most disrespectful fighter, and it's like one finger pointed at someone else is 3 pointed back at you. Don't give me that I'm the most disrespectful fighter. I just don't even want to hear it. And I know that's what she wants. And so my thing is the last time with the Pearl fight, people can think I'm disrespectful because I threw up the middle. I threw up the middle finger.
Jeez.
Yeah.
They're going to spite you.
Sorry. No, Margot's being. Hey, wait. We have a vicious little Frenchie. I think that was her fault. She moved outside. So sorry. We're parenting. That she's a fighter dog too, so she gets possessive sometimes. But anyway,
little dogs get crazy.
Yeah, sorry. We have a Mastiff and a little French Bulldog, and the poor Margot is so mean to the sweet, loving Mastiff sometimes. But anyways,
dogs got that complex.
Oh, so that was the Mastiff. That was a Mastiff about to eat the little Frenchie.
Yeah, he deserves to. Here, Samson, say hi.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Look at the size of that guy.
You
Look,
know
we
those
always-
little
we
dogs,
make
like they don't
jokes
know
and
their
say-
size. They'll
He
come
almost
after
ate that little
anybody
pocket
anytime.
dog.
It's like, we always say when Margot and Samson play together, we're like, oh, it's Joey and Britain. But anyways, yeah, so people think I was disrespectful for that, but what they don't understand is that girl, she really crossed the line by in the press conference publicly, being like, my husband is in your DMs. Like, there's no need for that. It was uncalled for. If you want to piss me off, again, that's what I'm saying to Christine. She thinks that it's gonna mess me up and get me, and I hope people learn, like, even with the Paige fight, they're like, oh, Paige is in Britain's head now. And we saw how that happened. Jenny Savage, we saw how that happened. Pearl Gonzalez, we saw how that happened. Like, the key is, like, don't piss me off. Like, if we're friends, I'm actually gonna be like, I don't really want to hurt you, But if I don't like you, I want to hurt you. And so, with her, yeah, me beating her, me becoming the world champ, that solves, like, my issue and the world's issue. It doesn't solve me and her issue. Like, that girl is she's gonna be dead on February 19th, but she's already, like, she's dead to me. Like, there's no coming back from the garbage that she's pulled, the stunts that she's pulled. There's no coming back from it. I don't even care. Normally I'm like, if someone apologizes to me, like, don't even apologize. She could get on her knees and apologize to me, and I wouldn't accept it.
Wow. So this shit ain't going
The
away.
heat is
anytime
real. I mean, we can't wait to come down there and see this fight. The rematch, 2.5, almost 3 years in the making here. It's more heated than ever. A lot of mean things have been said. And I feel like this fight should have been made a while back. And
Right.
they've been pushing it off for a long time. And now we're finally getting what we want to see. It's going to be fucking amazing. Before we let you go, we're going to do 5 questions for you. And Joey's involved with the first one. Here we go. Fun times with Britain Hart. Here we go. If you and Joey were contestants on The Amazing Race, do you think that you would win or kill each other halfway through?
What do you think, babe?
I think we'd win.
Oh my God, he hesitated. I'm gonna kill him now. I'm killing him.
I'm going to kill him now.
Yes,
No,
let's
my
see. That was a
immediate answer is we
1.2
would
second
rock it.
hesitation.
I know. I was like, when he hesitated, I was like, whoa.
I'm pretty sure we asked Taylor Starling and Keith Richardson that when they came on together, and they said that they would kill each other halfway through. I'm pretty sure.
But see, I was like, we're gonna have a serious conversation later tonight. No, but I feel like we would. I mean, I really think anything that we do physically, me and Joey, like, freaking rock it. Like, all the
You guys
trainings
seem to
that we-
be having a blast every time we see on social media, especially.
Yeah, I'm like, man, we just did this, like, crazy Fire Hill 6 sprints, and we didn't kill each other then and after. We went up and took really cool pictures, and it was super nice. And that shit was the hardest. I'm sorry, Elvin and Puerto Rico. The Fire Hill makes Mount Pica look like a freaking
Cakewalk.
like cakewalk, like piece of cake, like a warm up. Mount Pica is a warm up compared to the Sand Hill, or not the Sand Hill, the Fire Hill up here.
Really? Did you push a goat while you were in Puerto Rico? Did you push a goat with your forehead up a hill like Alvin does?
No,
No?
I'm not gonna lie. No, I didn't. Getting on the horse was a cool thing for me. I was super excited, but I've seen that goat is like a little, like, it's kind of intimidating. I'm like, I've been around Poncho, and I'm like, when he gets, like, kind of aggressive and, like, he's definitely like a ladies' man. I'm like, ooh, stay back.
That's great. All right, number 2, Mike.
Favorite 80s movie?
Grease, if that counts. That counts, right?
I
Grease?
think so. Grease.
Yes,
We're gonna have to
I
check the year
believe-
on that,
I
but
know, I'm
let's
like,
see.
oh.
Grease is 1978. Try again.
Dang, I knew. I was like, how am I gonna be so passionate about Grease is the best?
Definitely not Grease 2.
80s movie. I don't know. Do I get multiple choice?
nah. Let's go with
Joey.
So Breakfast Club, 16
movie?
Candles.
Yeah.
I don't really like that movie, but Breakfast Club is the shit.
Breakfast Club. Breakfast Club.
I don't know that movie. Give me another one.
Breakfast
Goonies.
Club.
The Goonies.
Goonies.
Nope, I don't know that one either.
Oh,
my
what?
God.
What about the one Blow, or what's that one where they
Whoa.
How about Killer Clowns from Outer Space?
Ghostbusters?
that?
What about Ghostbusters?
Oh, I love Ghostbusters.
There
Yeah.
you go. There we go. There's her answer. Number 3. Who's the greatest TV dad of all time?
Breaking. Oh, my God.
Oh, I guess I would say Adam Sandler.
Joey's laughing his ass off in the background. He was, I don't know. He was a TV, he was a movie dad, but that's good enough. Number 4.
Right, he's on TV though.
Number 4.
What's a hobby of yours that might surprise people?
That would surprise people. I know.
You knit blankets?
You bake? You're
No.
a baker?
You make edibles?
I do. I feel like I do some cool things, but I don't. Oh, okay.
Do you make
I
GIMP
really-
bracelets? Remember that shit?
I really like playing Harvest Moon.
Okay.
What's Harvest Moon? Is that a game?
Like, yeah, it's a game, but it's like it comes on a lot. It's on a. You can get it on your iPhone now, but I played it when I was a kid on a. What do they call those? Game Boys.
Game Boy.
Oh,
So
Yeah.
I played it on a Game Boy and I really loved it. I loved it so much that I download all the apps on my phone and play it. And I don't play. I'm not a game. I don't have games on my phone. Besides that one, so maybe that would surprise. Because it's kind of weird because it's like farming and shit, and I'm not really like into farming. But Harvest Moon, sign me up.
I love
Calm
it.
me
I love
down.
that answer because I don't even know what the hell that is.
Put
So I'm
you in
gonna
the
have to look
zone.
it up. All right, last question for you. Johnny Bedford and Jared Grant are going to be fighting March 12th in New York. Who do you think wins that fight? Johnny Bedford versus Jared Grant, March 12th, Seneca Allegheny Casino. Who you got winning that? How?
You know, I would really like to stay neutral on both of those guys because Johnny Bedford actually used to be one of my favorite fighters. And he was like, I feel like, you know, kind of somebody that I liked his fight style and kind of try to like, I don't want to say copy, but I try to like do some of the things he did, like, because I liked how his movement was. And he was also very nice to me. Like, he's been really, really nice. And even has offered to like help me as far as going down to Texas and train there. And so I don't ever forget that. You know, I feel like, yeah, regardless of how he feels about me now, I haven't really, but I know he just got married too. So big congratulations. That's awesome. I don't forget the kindness he showed me back in the day. And then Jared Grant is actually on the reverse. He's one of my new favorites. I really like him. I really like him and his coach and his team. I think Jared Grant I think he has a really killer story. I actually got a chance to talk to him a little bit, and he was kind of one of those guys that I like feel like I got wrong. Like, don't judge a book by the cover. When you start talking to him, you're like, wow, I would have never ever guessed that. Like, his, you know, backstory doesn't match his appearance, I guess you would say. But so anyways, I find him to be super inspiring and a good person. I enjoyed talking to him, and I feel like he's kept it real too. I think he's had my back on some things on social media, and I appreciate that, being open and being like, wow, Britain's really underrated. And so I feel like that's huge and means a lot to me. And so I don't want to speak ill or bad about either one of them or root for one particular one. Like I said, you know, I'm going to practice what I preach. If you like somebody, you know, you should never cheer against them. And I just think no matter what, stay neutral, stay neutral.
Me and Mike are both going to agree with you on the don't judge a book by his cover with Jared Grant. He's got a hard shell to crack. When you first start talking to him, he's not very talkative. He's kind of like blunt and to the point with his answers. But then we got to talking with him and he loosened up a little bit. He's a pretty cool dude, badass fighter. He's definitely, his fight against Travis Thompson was about as perfect as you could fucking fight. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Yeah, he's super. I like it. I don't
crisp
say it like that.
crispies.
Like, I'm surprised, but he was super cool, man. I mean, and I really like identify and love his backstory. So super awesome. I think he deserves to be where he's at. And I think if people heard about his story, you know, that's what it's about, you know, inspiring people to do better, like, and be better and really put that into motion and be about it. and not just talk about it,
I love it. You know what, Britain, you're very open every time you come on here. You said a lot of things, and you have stated your state of mind heading into this fight. Everybody's excited about it. It really is like the people's main event. Like, a lot of people want to see the Martin Brown and Palomino championship fight because obviously Palomino is, considered the pound for pound guy out there right now, and Martin Brown's a beast. They also want to see Mike Perry and Julian Lane because Mike Perry, and they want to see Chad Mendes make his debut. But this is the fight that everybody's wanted to see for the longest time, and it's now turned into this giant rivalry. And we cannot wait to see it next week. We'll be there in person, so we'll catch up with you guys down there. Turn around and ask Joey, who wins the Bedford Gotti fight?
I have a feeling he's going to say the same thing.
He's like, I don't know if he's talked to Johnny Bedford.
I don't know. I like Johnny because we were homies back in the day from UFC, UFC run. I don't know. It's one of those things where Jared Grant looks really clean and really sharp in his fights, but it's like, who has he really fought? And Johnny Bedford was at the top for a while, so that means he was fighting the top guys and making them look silly. So I think it's going to be a great fight. I would put $20 on Johnny Bedford.
There you go. Okay. We got an answer.
Okay.
All right. Well,
all right.
Since me and Joey are killing each other, I got Jared now.
There we go.
Snap! Look at that.
Hey, you put 20 on him and nobody loses. You know what I'm
Bada
saying?
bing. Look what happened.
Bada bing, bada boom. All right, Britton, thank you so much for coming on. Best of luck. If you want to shout some people out and thank some people for riding with you this whole time, go ahead and take a minute, and then we'll let you get on your way.
I got your sponsors in here too.
Oh, awesome.
I got them in.
That's what I was about to say. Something big, I'm with MetaFans NFT. I'm really excited about that. So I want to shout out them. I have this new, again, another Twitter Spaces is like a new little thing, and IG Live. So it's not on Facebook, but that will be happening February 15th. I'm really excited. Kind of my goal with that is to be like the queen of BKFC, but also the queen in the NFT world. So I love that that's going to match up together. DM building. I didn't give you Ray Neff's logo, but there's amazing Leafy 8. We'll go ahead and shout them out. Leafy 8's really my main sponsor. I love Matt and his other company, Healthy One, and Leafy 8's just a really great product line. If you guys haven't tried it, those gummies are one of the best gummies I've ever had. I haven't had any better. So I genuinely mean that. Check them out. They're doing fun things all the time, giving out good products. They're in the heart of Florida. So while you guys are out there checking out our fight at KnuckleMania 2, swing by their shop and get some. Let's see, NatFit in San Diego, NatFit in general. They have amazing products as well. I love that they've supported me. Their protein shakes and BCAAs are amazing. Let's see, my coach that came out from Virginia at Lux Boxing, and my coach Haas here at Knuckleheads in Ventura. I'm super happy to be here. I'm staying with my family, Cindy and Angel, and so I'm excited and happy that they get to be a process of it, and let us bring our cute little dog, invade their house, and then Brady's Distillery. That's actually super fun and exciting time to say that this is my first. Well, no, not really. Never mind. I take it back. So hometown sponsor. So I've had a few other hometown sponsors, so I don't need to forget about them. But this one, I guess, is my first from the Roanoke area. So I'm representing Roanoke, Virginia. That's pretty exciting. They just opened up, so go check them out if you're in my old hood up in Roanoke. And
what's the popcorn thing?
The pop. Oh, and
is that your sponsor too?
So they do sponsor me in the fact that they brand with me with the popcorn. So that's exciting and great. And I love that they're shouting me out and building me up that way. That's really awesome. So we helped out out some good popcorn flavors that I got to design. So I'm really happy that he liked them and that they're spreading them out. So thank you so much for that.
And then,
and
oh, go ahead.
Saving the best for last. Knuckle Up Combat Agency. Big Ben has been great and helping me do some interviews, but really, I mean, all of them. Sean, they've really helped me deal with some like logistics. I should have thanked them out actually first, but definitely best for last because I really appreciate them, and I know they got a lot on their plate. But Tim, and Brittany with B Lit, but Tim really, I mean, I remember having a conversation with him in the first KnuckleMania, and it stayed with me this whole time. So it's super cool that he's my manager now because I remember in KnuckleMania he told me, "Wow." He's like, "You just don't know it yet, but you're going to be the best female in combat sports." And it's just so exciting to see because you don't even realize it. And that gave me goosebumps when he said it. And he didn't know me. I didn't know him.
Mhm.
And he told me that, we stayed in contact and he's just helped me. And he's super awesome and being a mental rock. Him and his wife both and his whole family make me and Joey feel truly like we're kings and queens. So I love them. Thank you to everyone. That even small, like simple shout out, like to this girl Hannah in Canada. She is just a middle school age girl, and she sends me some of the brightest, amazing messages. And I've never met her or talked to her on the phone or anything like that, but just getting her messages every day brighten my day and like make me like, oh my god. But it just means a lot hearing it from some people like that. I like to be inspired and that I'm reaching people from that far away that I mean something to them. So thank you to just those people. Like there's too many of them to like really say thank you. And I feel horrible because I really want them to know how important they are in my life, even if it's just a small message. Sorry.
Well,
And I'm crying.
it's fine. It's fine. Thank you for the great interview tonight, and best of luck with the rest of your training camp. And we'll see you next week, and we'll catch up with you on Media Day.
Awesome. And thank you guys to you too. Like, absolutely. I love, the questions are my favorite part. They always make me forget about everything. They're fun. So thank you. You guys keep doing what you do.
We're supposed to check you out of reality for a brief second there. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So.
you do. You do a good job of it.
All right.
I
Well,
always leave your show smiling. I came on kind of pissed off.
Rightfully so. So, well, thank you very much for coming on, and we'll catch up with you and see you and the big man behind you next week.
We'll see you soon.
All right.
See you later.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
Bye.
All right. There we go. Fucking Britain Hart, Joey Beltran, Britain Beltran. My bad. Jesus Christ. I fucking did it.
Jesus Christ. So Hank's in here, and I'm going to put this out because it's something really cool. He said he's selling the BK Hall of Fame Britain Hart autographed boxing glove. I don't know, Hank, did you put some pictures up of that or not? I've seen it in the past because I know Scott Burt had it out before and you ended up with it. And then he also said that he is also selling Misfits too. So it's a pair of right and left glove. They're white. They're the BK Hall of Fame ones. They're very nice. They're signed, one glove by Britain Hart, one glove by Misfit. Those are some items that if you are a bare knuckle fan that you really want to get your hands on, and I'm sure it probably is going to something good. So check that out for sure. Those are some good items right there.
That is pretty cool, man. Shout out to Planet Hank for that. Hank's Locker Room, is that his new thing?
Yes. Yep. New group.
Yeah. Hey, our last guest of the evening has he's not going to be coming on. He's got something going on. He's not feeling well. He said he's not feeling well. He's got a migraine or something like that. So, and I could feel that because I was getting migraines, believe it or not. Like I never got migraines in my life. And then I caught fucking COVID for a couple of days. After like 2 or 3 days of having COVID, I was feeling perfectly fine, like a normal human being again. But I kept getting these fucking migraine headaches that were like debilitating. And when me and Mike went up to New York to Cage Wars, we're at the weigh-ins and I had one come on. It was so bad.
All weekend.
And I had to go back to the hotel and just like lay down in the bed with a pillow over my head. I couldn't fucking even do anything. I felt terrible because we were up there covering the event, and that shit put me on my ass. So shout out to Howard Davis. We will have you back some other time. We'll catch up with you next week. But shout out to Martin Brown for coming on, Jared Warren with a great interview, and Britain Hart, always passionate with her interviews as well. This weekend, guys, I mean, I don't know if we should talk about this, but it's kind of cool because the BKFC is always doing these tryouts. They're always trying to bring in a new crop of fighters, and they got one this Sunday. Check that out. Kid Gotti's going to be the special guest. They're going to have a BKFC tryouts down there in Miami, I think, right? Oh, Poik. How do you even say that? What is it? Where is that, Mike?
Pahokee, Florida. Pahokee, Florida.
Yeah, Barack
I'm not
Obama Boulevard.
exactly
There you
sure where Pahokee, Florida is, but we're gonna find out in about 1 second as soon as I can zoom out from this.
Mike saw this ad and he was like, "Are they playing? Is going to be food, music in one game, and then
Just
giveaways?"
one game. Yep, they're only having one game, so if you miss it, you're out of luck.
Oh,
They're gonna have food, music, game, and giveaways. So you just don't miss the game, because if you do, that's it. No more second chances. It's kind of it's west of West Palm Beach. That's where it is. And this is not a magazine, by the way. At least I don't think it is.
No,
Looks like a magazine cover.
I'm pretty sure it's
really
just an ad, but there you go. Thank you to Martin Brown for coming on. He'll be fighting that monster right there for that belt on his shoulder. Luis Palomino versus Martin Brown in the co-main event next week. KnuckleMania 2. You got the rematch that everybody's been waiting for. Britain Beltran versus Christine Ferea, part 2. The rival of all rivals in the BKFC. I think that's the biggest rival
women's
of all.
fight. I mean, maybe most anticipated women's fight ever in bare knuckle.
Yep, I would say maybe the Hector Lombard and Lorenzo Hunt beef might have been just maybe the other one that I could think of, but this one's
even more.
This one's been brewing for years.
Oh yeah,
and then he was supposed to be our last guest of the evening right there, but there he is, Howard Davis. He'll be taking on Joe Peg next week. Root for that young man. He's 1-0. He's an up and comer. He's a fucking beast out of Slaughterhouse. So shout out to all of them. And
Joe Peg knocked out Adam Palomino. Well, TKO kind of like. Did you see that? Adam Palomino, he caught him and fucking knocked him down, and then
wasn't walking straight. A monster too.
Yeah.
But all right, that does it for us this week. Stay tuned, because Mike and I will be down there at KnuckleMania 2, and we're going to be pumping out a bunch of content while we're down there. Maybe we'll see all those Knuckle Up Media guys that were in the comments tonight. Yep. Maybe we'll see Hank down there. I don't know if Hank's going to be down there, but maybe we'll run into all these media types while we're down there.
Yeah, we can all finally get together for once. We've never, ever, ever hung out together. All the podcasters, we need to get together and
we'll have
break bread, as they say.
Yeah, we'll have a pizza eating contest or something. All right. So with that said, all I got is one thing to say, Mike. Peace.